Oh. Hi ninjas. Can you guys see me properly? Whew. So it's a Saturday. You guys know Saturdays I usually don't do videos, but wow. Thank you, ninjas. Please just tell me, are you guys hearing me? Are you guys seeing me proper? And obviously this is not gonna be like a professional video. Can you see me properly? Oh, that's better. Whew! Ninjas! So I just finished watching the interview that AKA just had, and let's discuss, my people. Did you guys watch it? Did you watch it? So ninjas, the interview came out, and I think that I will also do another video which I'm sure is going to be like maybe 10 minutes, and I'm gonna be just basically analyzing the whole video. Now obviously we just finished watching it, and so I guess we're all still going to have to go out there and obviously you know, I guess like digest what has been said. Yes, the interview was definitely not live from what I saw. It does seem like it was a video that was you know, recorded, edited, and then it was placed live on YouTube. And I just feel like the interviewer definitely let AKA go, you know, get away with a lot of stuff. So that's what I felt. I felt like the interviewer did let him off the hook. As much as he was hitting on the questions, asking the questions, I feel like he just was not as prepared. That's my opinion. And so for me, I didn't like that, you know, he would ask AKA a question and AKA would be like, well, I don't recall that. How do you not recall what was happening before you went and broke down a door, but you can recall breaking down a door because there's a video of you breaking down a door? It doesn't make sense, because those were some of the questions that I feel like, you know, the interviewer should have made sure that he was hitting and pushing forth. So disappointed that obviously you guys know that the allegations that said that Wanele was found naked. I didn't hear that question being asked. What led to her being naked? Were they having the argument early in the morning naked? Like, does that make sense? I mean, I do understand that we're in different relationships, guys. People are in different relationships and people are very confident in their bodies. That's fine. But I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Even if I'm naked, we start arguing. Like, I'm gonna lie, I don't even want you to see me naked. You know, like, that question I feel like should have been there. Like, is it true that she was basically found naked? And how come she was found naked? I feel like that question should have been asked. Another thing again that I also just did not understand was that AK was basically saying that when Anele jumped, right? You know, he was in the bathroom. So they asked him a question, exactly how did it happen? And he was like, I don't recall. And then he claims that he came in and apparently she was going to the balcony. She said she was going to jump. And then what he basically did then was that he called the security, and then he said he was in the bathroom when she jumped, if I'm not mistaken. And so for him to say that when he came out the bathroom, he was looking for Anele, like, and she was not there. So that was when he went to the balcony, and then she was down. But then there are people that are actually saying that when Anele fell, there was a scream, and other than a scream, obviously there's a loud sound that was heard. Now, I once watched this other video, you guys, where, you know, someone had basically jumped, and I remember there was a loud noise when the person's body hit you know, the concrete. So the people that are saying that there was a huge sound, I highly believe them, because I've seen that video, and that video obviously had it had that. However, for me, what I just don't understand is that the other people, like including the security guard, had the screams, or aka didn't hear the scream. The loud sound that others heard, he did not hear, to a point where when he came out the bathroom, he was looking for her, like she has to be in the room. For me, honestly, I don't even want to lie. I don't know why AKA had this interview, because it does not look good for him at all. If anything, I feel like it did not you know, help anything. I feel like if anything, it actually raised more questions. And I do feel like even people that were actually like kind of like, you know, aka were on his side, are now just like, oh my gosh, because Mugai's stories are not correlating. When he was asked about you know, does he use drugs, because Anele's father did mention that, you know, what drug abuse and all that was also a part, and this and that, he basically then said, well, you know, he has experimented or something, but basically that he has used drugs. But obviously he didn't say he still is. Boo boo. Okay, we don't know if he still is or not. I wish he had just then clarified who introduced him to that, and maybe he would have saved one or more, or 500,000 rands. We don't know. Okay, so that's me saying maybe Ariti. You understand, my ninjas? So basically, for me, when it comes to this whole situation, I don't even want to lie. It's not looking good for AKA. It's not looking good for AKA at all, at all, at all. And it does seem like, you know, I remember coming out here and saying it, to say that Sazo Shuba, a lot is still going to happen. And you know, he obviously things are out here. There's an interview. Do I see Anela's father coming out and having an interview? Absolutely not. I do see people like maybe his sister or her sister maybe coming on Twitter or something. But I do feel like Mr. Tembe is going to give an order to say that people should not be taking interviews, or, you know, talking about this in the media and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't want to lie, it's not looking good for AKA right now. It's definitely not looking good for Mugai. I don't understand why he felt he had to do this interview. I don't know where his legal team was at. I don't know where his PR team was at, but they miserably failed him, because he miserably love was passionate. He kept on talking about how much he loved, how much. And you know, guys, I don't know, maybe it's because of everything actually happened. I did not even feel sorry for him. This interview seemed so disingenuous, like it was not a genuine thing. I don't know, you guys, unless if Muga, like, for me, at least Oscar Pistorius, you guys, was even managing to cry and put, you know, get those boogers out and stuff. For me, this interview with AKA, it just felt like AKA has watched a lot of American interviews, and he was kind of like coming with those American interview vibes. That's what I felt, you guys. Like, when they'd ask him a question, he would talk his own thing. When the interviewer asked him a question, he would say a different thing. And then whenever the interview, like, he was just, I feel like the interview was just more interested in asking questions and not necessarily getting not him necessarily getting, like, how can I say this, getting the answers. That's what I felt like this interview was at. He did ask the right questions, he did ask a lot of questions. However, I feel like he was not getting the answers, and he was not really pushing to get the answers to the questions that he was actually asking. Now, honestly, I don't want to lie, you guys. I'm not saying that AKA should have been crying. It would have made the situation worse. Yes, I do agree on that. However, for me, I just didn't feel I just didn't feel it. I just didn't feel it. I don't know why, but I just didn't feel it, you guys. It's just I don't know, you guys. It was just like, I feel like it was like a practice interview, and then there's gonna be an interview where he actually answers the questions, because I feel like a lot of questions were not asked answered, and I'm so disappointed. Like, we all really want know mostly about that day, what happened that day. And I feel like, that whole over 1 hour, we were getting just AKA constantly saying, our love was passionate, passionate this, passionate that. Um, Guys, thank you. That's what I'm saying, Elizabeth. The interviewer was just asking questions, but not pushing to get the answers to those questions. So I feel like he was just comfortable knowing that I asked the question, but not necessarily concerned about, let me get the answers to the question. And unfortunately, like, that is just not the chende. That is just not it. Like, for me, it was just honestly not it. And I just how do you fight or abuse someone is depressed? There's a lot of stuff, you guys, that AK was saying, and I felt they don't correspond. He was saying that he loved her with everything, she was the love of his life, and that he loved her very much, whatever, and his aim is to protect her. But in question, that's why I'm telling you guys to interview. Why didn't they ask or want me to ask AKA these questions? Why is it that they didn't even ask him about the video that he himself took? Because he's saying that, people got the videos that are out there, saying that there are people that got Owamie's phone, and now they're getting those videos and send them to the papers. Now, why didn't they ask took? How did it now end up being leaked? Because he's saying that his main aim was to basically how can I say this, to protect Anele. But then why couldn't he want to protect him in the day that he actually took the video, when he said that, this is for if I go to we go to court and stuff? And when I asked this question, some of you were like, okay, we get what you're saying. To say that exactly what did Mugai know was going to happen, that was basically going to end up him and Wanele, or him alone, being in court. Because that part for me, Ninja, sorry, this is moving. That part for me honestly just did not make sense. I'm not even going to lie. So it's something that I just don't understand, you guys, when it comes to that. Why did the interviewer not ask about that video? How did it end up in the press? And what was the reason behind him taking that video? And what did he think was going to happen for him to end up saying that I need to take this video for my own protection, for when we go to court and stuff like that? Because Owamie at that time was still alive. So what happened? Yes, a lot of stuff did not make sense. There's a lot of stuff that just did not make sense. And I feel like he came with that mentality of, I'm gonna prove to the people that I loved Anele. And we are not disputing. We can all see that he loved her, but that relationship had more than just, relationship problems. It's just so someone else is asking why was he not comfortable with Begikele? The Begikele part, I would not lie, you guys. I actually do. I'd say understand where he would be coming from. However, for me, what I just don't I guess understand is that it does seem like after the interview was done, they did call Wanele's father, and he then responded to say that if obviously he was the husband, he should have been given a chance to speak, which I saw and I was like, something is not right here, because if something was right, they would have given him the platform to talk. Like, you guys do remember what happened with Simple and Gamer when her husband passed. She had all the full reign to talk and stuff like that. So I thought that they were going to also give him that opportunity, which they didn't. And that was the first red flag from me, to say that I think he should have. And even if he couldn't, he would have done what the father did, where like he would write something and then someone would go and read if it's a matter of he's unable to. But you can definitely see that from the get-go, yes. Something was definitely not right over there. And so, like it's a lot of stuff. I did see it, ninjas, like when it came to that. So ooh, I don't know, you guys. But AKA, yes, ninjas, AK was dodging a lot of questions. And obviously, that raises an alarm, to say, why dodging all these questions? Why not answering these questions? And I asked myself, who's that man? I mean, I stand to be corrected, ninjas. Please tell me, who is the man that actually conducted that interview? Because I just feel like they should have gotten somebody that they knew was going to ask the questions. Now, I know people said that we're sick and tired of watching Wanele, but the one that I do feel like it was also a sort of like a PR stunt as well, a little bit, because I do feel like when AKA was coming, he was supposed to basically clear his name, come out this interview, everybody saying, oh my gosh, he loved her so much. So there's no way that there could have been any foul play. Not that I was saying that there was, but then all we can basically say is that something is just not seeming right. And unfortunately, with this interview, things just got worse. Things definitely just got worse. And now there's a lot of stuff. I feel like you just opened a can of worms, because it opens up more questions. A lot of stuff just, it just for me, there's a lot of stuff that just it doesn't make sense. And the fact that whenever it comes to things that are important, he's like, I don't recall. How do you not recall? You don't recall why you broke down a door, but you recall breaking down a door. So just think for sure. I mean, come on. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like he forgot trying to keep up with the lies. Something just doesn't make sense. Like, how do you remember breaking, but you don't remember why you broke down the door? Were you on something? Like, it's just a question. Why would you not remember why you broke the door, but you remember breaking the door? Obviously, just why you broke the door, but you remember breaking the door. Obviously, just have to think a little bit, like, oh, this and that and that. I think that he had said that him and Anele were basically sitting wanting to talk about their life now that they were husband and wife. But then from that conversation, one ends up past, like, there's a lot. And I also feel like the interviewer I feel like I'm gonna be one of those people that if you're not going to give me the scoop, don't even come, because I don't care about you coming in, sitting and being like, oh yes, things like, is it true that Anele sent her private part pictures to Bonang? You don't think those are the questions that should have been asked for AKA to basically give clarity? And then that Anele called Ushoma Josie. How did AKA handle it? I remember telling you guys to say that age plays a huge part, and it does seem like maybe that man is also a ninja, because he did ask the question on age, and AKA himself did say that yes, it does play a part, or it does play a role. Yet some ninjas were like, nah, age does not play anything, this and this and this. But he himself actually did say, in terms of like, sometimes he did say that he would not be, maybe, when it comes to what do they call this, like patience, like that. You are not going to get a 22-year-old that's gonna think like a 33-year-old, unless if she's very advanced. Do you understand? So it is. And so I want an apology from the nunjus, or even me, like, no, age has nothing. Age is not just a number, Shibubu. When you're strong, when you are already older, but when you're still younger, girl, when you're still younger, age does play a role. And I think that now that I have got younger sisters that watch me, I've got people that have got younger sisters. I think that it's very important to just educate our younger sisters to say, being in a relationship with someone that's very older, that is much older than you, it can sometimes mess up with your head. So there's a lot, obviously. And then he did actually confirm the time that they were saying that there was an incident where she did try to take her life at the Hilton hotel. And so, she is also saying that his mother set her down, and she was basically asking, like, is he ready for the commitment and responsibility of being with someone that obviously suffers from depression and is suicidal. And then he was basically saying that, oh, well, the way I was raised, I was not raised to walk away from people and this on someone. And I was like, lies you tell, Chibobo. Did you not walk out on Zinke twice, the mother of your child? But let me go ahead and say, allegedly, baby, we don't have 500,000 rands. So, all those stuff. I saw that there was a lot of just craziness that was basically happening. And yeah, it's crazy. Can we address the new term of toxic passionate? Yeah, that's what they do now. They talk about the toxic relationship as, oh, it's passion. That's not passion. That's definitely not passion. It's abuse. Plain blank. And the period, okay? It's plain that, like, you is abusing each other, even if we're not saying that one is the abuser or whatever, but you is abusing each other, those kind of stuff. And so for me, I mean, ninjas, it's a lot, hey? It's honestly just a lot. And I feel like this time he just no. So did you say, honestly, I feel like AK answered all he could. It's just that people will never be satisfied or something or believe him. Honestly, I feel like he did not. She's saying people will never be satisfied. No. In my opinion, I just feel like he dodged a lot of questions. Questions that he should have answered. I feel he did not. The interviewer was letting him get away with it. After all, we know he had already said that Wanele was the love of his life. And so that one we know, right? Now we just wanted to find out exactly what led to Wanele ending up jumping. Because I'm gonna say jumping in quotes, because the father came out and said that his daughter didn't jump. But then he said when he sat down and spoke to him, he just didn't want his daughter to be looked at like that in the public eye. But then AKA comes out and discloses that, yet he says that his main job is to protect Uanele's name and Uanele's I guess reputation or something, or legacy. That's what he said, Anele's legacy. And so for me, I just end up not understanding now. Him saying that okay, she actually did jump. If the father was saying he wanted to protect her memory from that, then why come out here and basically say all that he said? Which I would also understand, because of it, he feels like he's that trying to set him up in terms of like saying that they flew this side, they went and they checked, they interviewed DJ Sinclair, and they were asking if AKA was abusive, he had ever beaten, stuff like that. I mean, she can go ahead and say that he has never beaten, maybe if he has never, but abusive, he has, in a way, done something that, in my opinion, as I'm saying, in my opinion, I would consider to be abusive. When you cheat on someone, that's abuse. It's just that people don't see it as abuse, I guess. But being cheated on is abuse, Shibobo. They will mess up your mind. So that is also mental abuse and emotional abuse. But oh, Ninja, sorry, my internet there. So yeah, I actually did see that, you guys. Like, I was like, guys, so you're no longer a father. That was very funny. But you can just see that, guys, will definitely see. But I'm not satisfied with that interview. I feel like we didn't really even get, because even the story of him saying that he went to the bathroom, then that was when she jumped, I guess. So when everything happened, AK was not even there, basically, from what he's saying. So he never saw anything. So for all we know, someone could have entered the room and push her or whatever. That's just mind wilding up. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm simply saying that he is saying he didn't see anything because he was not in the room. And I think that is very important, you guys, because someone has sent me a video, and they were saying that it is the room, the hotel room that they were at, that they were in that same hotel, and the rooms are the same. And so when I looked at it, the room was not that big. That's the first thing I saw. So even if you were at the bathroom, if somebody was screaming going down, I feel like you would definitely hear if other people heard, where you would not like walk out and immediately be like, oh wait, is she? Like, the first thing you would do is, oh my gosh, like run to the balcony. So it's just something is not making too much sense. There's a lot of questions there that were not asked. Especially what was happening when AK was taking the video. What's happening? So Gigi's saying that, oh, they could be lying, but I just feel like even if people are lying, I don't think that many people would be lying. I didn't see this. So, Owamie, judging by what you are saying here, are you insinuating that he pushed her? I don't understand your narrative. I'm not insinuating that AKA pushed Anele. Do I think he did? No, I don't think that he did. That's what I think. I don't think that he did. However, I do feel like there are certain informations that he's just not telling, because the story of him saying that he went to the bathroom, and then when they ask him around that, he can't remember. It's just like he chooses which he remembers and which one he doesn't. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So I just feel like it's kind of just saying a story from the beginning to the end. This is what happened. I in a room, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened. But now when somebody's like, I entered the room, this happened, I don't remember. And then this happened, and then that happened. But then the I don't remember plays a huge part in people basically finding out. I just don't really fully understand the purpose of it. I don't think that people were mostly interested in knowing about the funeral or the funeral arrangements or if he was the one that buried his wife or not. It has to go on with, I also feel like how can I even say this? Your comments are kind of distracting me. I feel like it also goes with people just wanted to know what happened because remember, Wanele had also become part of she was a public figure, so she had her own fans, people who loved her, and I think that it is also their right to get that closure on what happened. And I feel like there was a lot that was held back. So that's what I just have to say. But obviously, what he did confirm is that she actually did take her own life. So ninjas, I don't know when it comes to that. I feel like this is getting longer. But I don't care if you're a fan, aka I don't care what you would say. I don't care if you would come here and try attack me. But for me, what I would definitely tell you is that there's some things that just don't make sense, and there's certain parts of this story that are missing because he forgot, and that is a fact. Because obviously there are things that are missing since he forgot, right? So whether you're his fan or not, at least acknowledge that. Some of you that are asking why is it important to know why she was naked, you don't think that is important? How many people do you know actually choose to say I'm going to jump naked? Maybe we should just go ahead and start there. I have heard of people that have taken their own lives. I have not, me personally, unless if I've forgotten, I've never had someone take their own life naked. I've just never heard of that. And so if it was a matter of she sleeps naked, then it would have been asked, like, why is it that they're saying that they found her naked? I'm not saying she was found naked, but allegations are saying that. So then I feel like that's when you can basically ask, like, okay, why are people saying this? Is it true? When last you saw her, was she dressed? What do you think happened with the clothes down here that she took off maybe before she jumped? Those are very important questions. But remember, he said that they were actually discussing. So okay, it is possible that you guys can discuss naked, of course, and then you start fighting, and then she was naked the whole time, and then after that she decided to jump naked. I just feel like that's a question that could have been asked, then we wouldn't be going back and forth in speculations of what might have happened. I feel like this interview should have been that to clear the questions that people have, and I just feel like it was not done in a way that most of the people got the answers that they probably or possibly wanted. But anyway, ninjas, that's all. That's just my 2 cents for now. I will do a full video and then we'll get to dissect more of this stuff, and I'm sure to be in a better quality. I'll use my cam and everything like that. It is a Saturday after all. I love you so much, my ninja. Sleep tight, and I'll see you guys my next upload. Bye, ninjas.